Good morning, YouTube. So, I don't know. I think I can dig a little sand out. Out of there. Try to use it to spruce up the top a little bit. So I just did the goats and fed the cat up there at the barn. All is well. This is still chooching along, which is good. Don't need a big fire, just a nice small warming fire. Try to put a crisp on that there. Just trying to dry it out faster. In this environment, it would take weeks to dry out. It's very humid. We've had a lot of rain. It's just something I got to be ready for until I build a roof over the top of this. So this is the third fire, and each time the fire burns, I build a small fire, I let it burn, and then burn out, and then I clear it out, and then I clear out some sand. So I'm back in to about a foot deep, probably just getting into the throat of the oven. It's a little narrower at the beginning, then it opens up in the back and top, and it gets pretty wide. So we'll just keep going. No really big signs of trouble yet. Knock on wood. If you got a fireplace, or burn campfire, or whatever this little handy. Ring. So we'll do it. We're just stoking this fire. It's getting pretty far into it. So it's allowing me to get pretty deep right now. I'm just kind of going at it slowly here. Okay, so for all intents and purposes, it's done. I fired. I mean, it's going to cure for several weeks now, and each time I have a fire in there, it'll cure a little more. I probably got about a third of the sand dug out. I'm leaving some in the back because I'm not going to have a fire going forward this evening. I put it out for the evening because I want the oven to be able to cool down so I can cover it up with a tarp still. So I don't think we're due for any rain, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. It's not uncommon for us to get a pop-up thunderstorm in the middle of the night as the temperature changes, you know. So I'll definitely do another video in the series for when we cook the pizza. That'll be the final video of the series. But all intents, like I said, all intents and purposes, it's done. I just gotta clean up again because I worked on it a bit today while I burnt it, and just take care of it. I'll get a roof built over the top of it, and maybe I'll do a video on when I do that. But it was definitely a lot of fun, and I mean, I can almost taste the pizza. Like I was not cooking, I was burning in there today, and when I pulled out all the coals, I was just amazed at how nice and warm it stayed in there for, a good half hour. It was just a small fire that I had, and even after a half hour had gone by, the walls and everything were still warm. They just weren't hot, So, and that was just relatively small fire. I eventually got it up to a pretty good sized fire, and some of the clay mix is really starting to harden up now, which is good. Got some cracks, but nothing that I'm really worried about at all. But it's amazing how much you can learn from doing a short, task like this. It took me about a week, and I ended up having to wait a few days where I couldn't really work on it. I probably would have had it done sooner, but I was waiting on those fire bricks to get here. But would I do it again? Would I do it again? Would I do it again? I think I would. I think I would build it bigger and up a little higher. I mean, I built with what I had. The only thing I spent money on was the mortar mix and the sand. Two things I really can't come up with on my own here at the property. The clay and all the hay and everything, that all worked out. But it's a lot of work. I mean, you're bent over quite a bit while you're dealing with the mixing of the clay. And then when you're going to put it on, you have to bend over and scoop every bit of it up, It might be nice to have some way to get it lifted up into the air, the mix, once you make it. I don't know. But it's heavy. That's all I know. The mud was really heavy. Now, like I said, I built with what I had. The bricks allowed me to come up to this height, so that's the height of the oven. I bought, what I buy, 18 fire bricks, and that was the size of the inner oven, because that's what the bricks were. If I had 20, it would have been a little bigger. If I had 24, it would have been even bigger than that. But yeah, so bricks, sand, and mortar, those three things. Unfortunately, I had to spend money on the fire bricks. Not most of the bricks that I built with and the stones that I built with were all here on the land, here at the house. But it looks pretty neat. It's got a nice little char on the front of it already. I ordered a peel. I was gonna make one, and then I second guessed myself. I gotta make a door for the front of this, and that'll challenge me enough. So I'm not gonna bother making a peel. That'll just cause me more grief. I don't know if that's the right word. Really tired. I've been sitting out here in this heat all friggin' day. But I'm pretty proud of myself. It's this stuff isn't hard to do. It just takes the effort. And I know a lot of people don't have a ton of time and everything, but it's definitely worth the effort building something like this, just to test your skills and kind of see what you're capable of doing in this regard, working with earthing products. I don't know if I said, but I just got done cutting Lincoln's hair. It actually came out pretty good. I'm not a professional by any means, but we got him squared away, and he kind of wanted it like a high and tight, but he wanted to keep the top really long, which is hard to do with a high and tight. Hence the name high and tight. But we gave him a high and not so quite tight. So with what we build, I would say building up the base probably took me the most effort, because I don't know if you recall, I used the big bricks that I had, and then I used that one big flat stone I had, and then I had to build it up with building bricks as well, give the floor some height, and then I put the skirting around with all that rock on the facade, make it look well, and actually it does support some of the. So I'm out here with the dogs, trying to just enjoy the evening after doing this all day. Just trying to slowly bring the oven up to heat and cure up some of the inside. I think I could have dug it out more. I only dug out about a third of it, and I just slowly burnt in it all day. And then I think tomorrow I'll do the same thing. I'll take out about another third and just burn all day long, nice and slow, small fire. But pretty happy so far. Haven't cooked in it yet, but I think for all intents and purposes it's done. It's just I just gotta fire in there a few times so as to stiffen things up. I won't dry it with a fire. I think that would lead to many cracks, but if just to warm it up enough to dry it on the outside, so it kind of has a layer holding it together. And then we'll let it sit probably for a day or two, and it's for what it's worth, it's drying pretty quickly. I made things on the wet side just about on every application. And that was just because I could move and manage the wet clay a little easier. In the long run, it really didn't make it easier. It seemed like it did because it made it easy to apply, but you wound up with it slumping and being problematic anyhow. So really, each way has its own challenges and what have you. You okay, Bones? But it's a lot of fun. I mean, I'm fortunate enough. I had the biggest resource that we needed for this project was clay, and we had that in massive amounts of clay around here. So this will probably be the last of the building part of this series, and I'll probably do one more day of firing inside there, trying to dry it up. and then I'll probably let it cure for a couple days at least before I actually get to use it for cooking. It's just a matter of time. We got family coming in from out of town, and although it would be a great thing to probably do with family, excuse me, we don't. I want to try it out on ourselves first. But I definitely appreciate everybody that's watched it and liked the videos and commented and stuff. It all makes it fun, you know. I was gonna build this regardless, but when you video everything, it you know, it takes a little bit more time and effort. You got to remember to stop what you're doing and reset the camera, things like that. But yeah, thanks for playing along this time, and we'll have a couple more videos, like I said, and it'll probably be a couple more videos of me doing some firing, and then when it's time to cook, I'll do a video of the first pizzas. Me and Lincoln get first pizzas because we started this project and did the most, what we call dibs on first pizza. Alright, I'm gone. Thanks for watching.